Telling them what's going on. 1247, the great one, man. It's a great day to be great. You gentlemen, man, you guys go out here into this platform called Earth, and do what you were designed to do. Do what you go out here and fulfill your purpose. Go out here and create the communities that you desire, man. And don't let anybody guilt and shame you to stay in places that you don't need or you don't want to be in. And this goes right into my point, gentlemen. This goes right into my point. What is the purpose of you existing, you being a part of some community, if the community does not allow you to be you? The community that we are in, as a so-called whatever American black man, I have to be what somebody else wants me to be. I can't be the greatest version of me. I have to be the greatest version of what the so-called black community wants me to be. And I'm trying to figure out how how do you want me to be you, but I can't be me? And that's the problem that I'm having with the so-called Black American community. Is these and I mean it's let's be honest, the American Black community is a matriarchal community ran by women. But the women don't want you to be a man. They want you to be subservient to them. So how can I stay in the community when that community wants me to be what they want me to be? I can't be me. I gotta be what you want me to be. So how does that work? See, this is why there's so much clashing in the so-called American Black community. Is because you're trying to tell men, trying to tell sons, but man, we try to tell the son how he should act. Oh, you should do this. You should speak like this. You should speak like that. So how is it that we're in a community, but that community wants you to conform to what they want you to do? How does that work? No, you say what I want you to say. You do what I want you to do. Well, I can't speak my piece. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't be what I was designed to be, which is the head, which is the light. It's to shine. It's to I'm supposed to protect and provide and things of that nature. Well, you don't want me to lead, but you want me to see. The thing is, the so-called this matriarch black community, they want you to protect and to provide, but they don't want you to lead. So yeah, we want your strength and we want your seed because then we can get money from you and things of that nature. But we don't want you to be out here. We don't want you to focus. We don't want you to build. We don't want you. You're just basically just a tool. That's how I feel this so-called black matriarch community is. Because if I can't be who I'm designed to be, what's the point of staying in the community that wants you to be what they want you to be? That's a question I'm just asking to you, gentlemen. I was just watching. Shout out to the Kalinishan brother. Kalinishan. His name is Kalinishan something. I can't think of the brother's name, but he's talking about traveling. He's a travel brother, and he was just talking to us, older sister, a boomer or Gen X or whatever she was, and she was talking about, oh yeah, you brothers are out here traveling and things of that nature. And the thing is, oh, we need you guys and this, that, and the third. No, you don't need us. The thing is, us being in this so-called matriarchal black community, you want from us, but you don't necessarily how can I say not want from us. You guys need what we have to offer, but you don't necessarily want us. I said this before. If these women can get straight to your resources and just skip over you, they will skip over you every single time. These are facts. See, the problem with the so-called matriarchal black community is these women don't want to deal with truth. They want to deal in illusions. See, they want to keep casting these illusions at you, thinking, oh yeah, everything's fine, this, that, and the third, when it's really not. The so-called matriarchal black community has been in the boo-boo hole for the last 50 some odd years. But these women are okay with being in the boo-boo hole. You got boo-boo everywhere, but it's okay to the so-called the matriarchal black community because that's it is what it is. Well, we didn't build this anyway, so it doesn't matter. So this is what I'm saying, fellas. It's like how are you a part of a community when that community wants you to be what they want you to be? How does that work? Then if you travel and go to different places and see and connect with different women and whatever you're doing, and you're building for you're building this and you're taking your ideas and you spreading it and you're taking it here and you're taking it to these lands, you're taking it to these lands, but somehow once again you're wrong for that. Oh, if you were another woman, you couldn't handle this, that, and the third. Like this is just. I'm telling you, bro. The black matriarch community is ass backwards. There's no incentive. These women are not giving any incentive for any man to stay in the so-called American black matriarchal community. There is no incentive. There is no nothing. Like what? Like me stay for what? Same talking points over and over again. You want to once again want to throw the children out there, all the kids, and blah 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 blah. Listen, nobody's listening to that. Nobody, no man is listening to that's worth the salt, that's worth the anything. That's listening to this conversation no more. Nobody's listening. Too many men are out here traveling this platform called Earth. Nobody's listening to those talking points anymore. Nobody. And these men are finding the women that they desire in other places. So nobody's staying here. Nobody's going to stay in the so-called black matriarchal community. Nobody's staying here. The black so-called black community is purely matriarchal now. The so-called American black man doesn't have a voice whatsoever unless he's in agreement with whatever the matriarch is saying. Let's just be honest. You know, the one sister talking about some, oh yeah, we need you and this, that, and the third. You need us to do what? What do you need us to do? Huh? What do you need the so-called American black man to do now? What do you need us to do? Because all these decades, we don't need y'all. Oh, you niggas ain't shit, and we don't need you, and y'all some bummy this, and now all of a sudden we dusty this and dusty that. Now all of a sudden y'all need us? Like what? Oh, decade after decade after decade after decade, we don't need you. I don't need no man. I'm better than you. I'm blah 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 blah. Decade after decade after decade. But now all of a sudden, 2021, oh now you see these brothers are serious about their traveling. These brothers are serious about connecting with other groups of people. These brothers are serious about what they doing. All of a sudden, oh, we need you. No, you don't. No, you don't. And I told you fellas last year, I told you your day of recompense is here. They used to say in church, payday's coming after a while. Well, that after a while is now. That after a while is right now. Payday is coming after a while. Not payday is coming today. These Titan men have woken up. Adam has woken up from his slumber. And we see what the hell's going on. Brothers ain't gonna be stopped. Brothers out here. Listen, brothers out here paving the way. They rolling. Brothers out here going to all these different lands. And they send them word back. Listen, hey, listen. They got all these travel things going on. They send them word back. Yo, this is what's going on in these lands. This is what's going on in these lands. And brothers are getting excited, man. But all these years in the so-called matriarch black community, we all we got. We all we got. We all we got. We all we got. And that was a lie. Like, listen, brothers was listen, ladies in the black matriarch community. I told you guys last year, the year before, you guys had the best hand in the book. You guys are playing spades and you had all the spades. Big joker, little joker. You had all the spades plus the big joker, little joker. You had the best hand that could be played, but you threw it away because you thought something else and someone else is better. You wanted to use and abuse. You didn't see value in who and what we were. You didn't see value. You didn't see it. And maybe you weren't meant to see it. But now all of a sudden, brothers out here, they really they've turned they're using their feet to demonstrate what's really happening. Now all of a sudden, oh well, oh we trying to do this and we trying to do that. Oh yeah, we'll finally, oh, feminism classes. Oh, feminism classes. Oh yeah, we're taking feminism classes. Gentlemen, it's all a smoke screen. Smoke and mirrors, smoke screen. This is the Wizard of Oz, man. This is not real. See, the thing is, everybody knew your value except for you. See, they kept telling, see, in the so-called matriarch black community, they kept telling you, so-called American black man, you wasn't shit. Right? They kept telling you, you're nothing. You're nothing. You're nothing. You're nothing. You're nothing. This is what they kept saying in the so-called in the matriarch black community. They kept telling you this, gentlemen. Beating you down at the beat down at the beat down. Oh, you ain't doing enough. You ain't doing this. You ain't doing that. You ain't doing this. You ain't doing that. You ain't doing. You ain't. You ain't. You. And for a long time, we just got. We just. They giving us a two-piece. You niggas ain't shit. And you just take them. You just eating them punches. Oh. Grandma said it. Mama said it. Auntie said it. Shoot, you out here trying to date these matriarch black women, and they saying the same thing. And I'm thankful. Gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm thankful that I went overseas straight out of high school. So now I can compare being overseas compared to the United States. See, before you in high school, yeah, you in your house, my parents were super Christian, super sanctified, blah blah blah, all that nonsense. So I didn't know no better. But once I got overseas and by myself in these different countries and seeing what was really going on outside the so-called matriarch black community, and coming back here was good. I can't say it was a bad thing. Coming back here was good because now I can compare the two. And I mean, me being overseas for those 6 years in these different countries, coming back here for 13, gentlemen, I can say right now, man, those 6 years when I was in Japan are absolutely obliterating all my 13 that I've been back in the United States. Like, period. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to leave the U.S. like today. Like, listen, shoot, if a UFO came today to come scoop me, son, I'm out of here. Like, there's nothing keeping me here. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been here. Just being in the States is cool, but it's just you just see the redundancy every single day. It's the same talking points, and you go back to your so-called community. It's the same thing over and over again. And the thing is about change. See, we're expecting change to happen on the outside. We're expecting somebody else to come and change our situation, but that's not how change works. Change starts within us. Once we have a change here, then everything that's outside us changes because we see things for a different perspective. And coming back to the States and being rejoined to the so-called matriarch black community, nothing has changed. And nothing will ever change. I have to be the change. No one else is going to change my circumstances. Nobody else is going to change my living situation. Nobody else is going to change. Uh, uh, um, Nobody else is going to change anything for me. So I have to be the change. I'm not waiting for the change. I have to be the change. You know, love here, love. You know, the U.S. is cool. U.S. is cool. I've been, like I said, I've been back since end of 2007. So I've been back. Yeah, I've been back 14 years. 14 years. And I mean, there's nothing else. I mean, I can move somewhere else in the U.S., but man, I'm just ready to see something different, gentlemen. Man, I just miss being overseas. I've been to Kuwait 3 times. I've been to China, Japan, Cairo, Ireland. I've been to Qatar, whatever you call it. Of course, I've been to Iraq in '04 and things of that. But gentlemen, it's just too much earth for me to be. There's too much earth for me to explore. I mean, I've been in some places, but I mean, there's so many different places that I want to go to. I mean, like I said, now I got 2 little ones, and just exploring this whole platform called Earth, man. It's a beautiful thing. I see these brothers out here doing their thing, Brazil and all this. I'm just ready to get back out there again, man, and just to live abroad again. I want to live abroad again, John. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to live abroad again. I really don't care what the so-called matriarch black community is talking about. I don't care. Don't care what my parents got. I don't care about any of that stuff anymore. Just me being back 14 years and just recognizing that this so-called we're gonna build and things are gonna change, gentlemen. That was all a lie. That was all a lie. Oh, you guys, well, you need to do more. Okay, all right. That's what it is, gentlemen. It's the blame, and I get it. Yeah, we're men. We're supposed to do this. We're supposed to do that. But gentlemen, at the end of the day, if you're not even getting the cooperation for you to build anything, if you're not getting the femininity you're not getting the support to even, hell, if you're not even getting the encouragement to be the greatest version of yourself, gentlemen, then there's no point to keep standing around in your so-called matriarch black community and just taking this so-called abuse, because that's exactly what it is. But nobody wants to call it that. No one wants to sit up here all day, every day, and be fighting and battling out with these women. Like, what the hell? Oh, you can't handle us. Like, listen, gentlemen, all that handle stuff, gentlemen. Listen, let me tell you something. A feminine woman doesn't ever need to be handled, ever. A feminine woman will never say in her life, "You can't handle me." I've never heard a I never heard a feminine woman ever say in life. And I've met many of feminine women from all different countries. I've never heard any of these females from any other of these cultures around the world ever say in life that you cannot handle me. I've never heard this ever. Why do you need a hand? Like, think about it, Johnny. A handler? What is that? What is that? You a poisonous snake or something like that? What are you, like are you what you need, a lion tamer or something? John, you can't handle me. What is there to be handled? I don't understand this handle piece. That handle stuff doesn't make sense to me. Wild animals need to be handled. If I'm trying to pick up a Tasmanian devil, a wild from Australia or something like that, yeah, I need to handle that Tasmanian devil. I don't need to ever handle a so-called female. That doesn't make sense. See, these females don't even know what they're even talking about. If I'm trying to pick up a poisonous king snake from Africa somewhere, yeah, I need to handle this snake because that snake is poisonous. The most poisonous snake on planet Earth. I need to handle this snake, so that snake doesn't turn and try to turn around and bite me, and the snake can kill me. If I'm trying to pick up a freaking I said barracuda, I don't know. I mean, there's so many animals out here that need to be handled. Yeah, because you're a wild animal. You know what I'm saying? Like a wild animal needs to be handled. If you got a wild horse, yeah, you got to handle that horse. Sure, you get a dog. You ever seen the dog show? You see the person that's running around with the dog. That person is called the handler. I got to handle my freaking animal. Like I said, these women don't have no idea what they're talking about. You can't handle me. Are you a damn beast? I mean, if you a damn beast, then that's one thing. Okay, well, ain't no point of being chivalrous to a beast. Then I got to sit there and be Crocodile Dundee or something like that. I got to be the ringmaster at the circus and get my whips out, and you know what I'm saying. Like you ever seen you've ever been to the circus? They got lions. You got to get a lion tamer because the lion's a beast. So I gotta handle this lion. So you ladies talking about we need to handle you. So are you some sort of beast? How do you say beast of the field? Are you a beast that needs to handle you? Because you don't need to be chivalrous to a beast. And I'm not advocating for any man to put hands on a type of female, but you ladies don't know what you're talking about. I can't handle you. Like you don't want me to handle you. This is what these men are trying to restrain themselves from. These men don't want to. They're trying to treat you as some sort of what they say a human being. They're trying to have a civil conversation, but you keep talking about this handle stuff. You ladies don't want men to sit up there and start handling you. That's not going to be pretty. That's going to be really, really ugly. If a man has to sit there and handle you, sweetheart, yeah, like I said, you guys, okay? Like you ladies keep talking about some handle this and handle that, okay? But anyways, man, going back to the top, gentlemen. Going back to the top. I'm all over the place, but going back to the top. Yeah, gentlemen. If your community is not going to allow you to be who you are designed to be and who you want to be, gentlemen, there's no point in sticking around in that community. Once again, I said all that basically to say that if these women talking about handle, you can't handle me, and you man need to do this, and you need to step it up, and I need to do this and do that, and gentlemen, and the thing is, gentlemen, according to the numbers, we've been stepping our game up ever since the '80s. We've been stepping our game up. We've been stepping our game up. We've been stepping our game up. So going blackacademics.com and see the productivity since the '80s. We've been last 40 years. We've been stepping our game up, but it's still not enough. I know you built that whole building, but you should have built 15 of them. Nah, see, then I'm gonna see if you're gonna deal with women that keep moving the goalposts on them, then these women, it's not gonna be it's gonna be a bottomless pit. It's a bottomless pit mentality. It's not, whatever you do is not gonna be good enough. So you're gonna be sitting there spinning your wheels and doing this to try to satisfy this woman who's going to never be satisfied. Then you're gonna end up in the grave somewhere, not fulfilling the things that you want fulfilled, but then you out here always trying to please this woman, and as soon as you die, what happens? She move on to the next sucker. So once again, gentlemen, if you can't be the man that you want to be, the man that you desire to be in the so-called matriarch black community, gentlemen, there's no point in sticking around. You are not obligated to take care of any of these matriarch black women. You're not obligated to take care of your mama and your aunties and your cousins. No, you're not obligated to do none of that for none of these people. Because when you're down and broken and and you're in the dumps, nobody's taking care of you. Nobody's calling you to see how you doing. Nobody's checking up on you. Nobody. But as soon as you come up, because I mean, listen, you can see it all the time in the NFL and the NBA and this, that, and the third. Once again, little boo boo has to take care of his mama and them. But when little boo boo out here on the streets and he trying to figure things out, your mama ain't calling you. Your auntie and cousins ain't calling you. See how you doing? Because you know how they're not calling you, because nobody's calling me. Nobody's worried about how I'm feeling. Nobody. But let me come up on some real money or something like that. Then all of a sudden, then your phone want to blow up. Then all these cousins and your aunties and your family members, everybody wants to join the bandwagon now. Oh my God, you made it and blah blah blah. Chick, like I don't want to hear none of that stuff. You guys weren't even concerned about what I was doing. You didn't even it didn't even matter if I could sit here and drop dead right now. Wouldn't nobody care. I mean, so-called American matriarch community, American black matriarch community. But gentlemen, once again, you don't have to feel bad because listen, you found somebody else in another country, in another culture, and this female actually wants to treat you like a man who is looking for your direction, so we can move forward. Someone who actually you can actually give her the dream and give her the things you've been working on. She can take that and she can cultivate it, and she can actually produce. Shoot, you got this, you got a clothing line, you got this, you got that. Boom, I can give it right to her, and she can produce immediately. Your bag becomes her bag. This is our bag. Come on, let's go. She's like, come on, baby, let's do this. Okay, cool. You can give her an idea. She could take that and she can just do the research and boom, 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 and she can multiply to your life, gentlemen. That's what you need. That's what you need. You gentlemen desperately need. I desperately need that. So, gentlemen, listen. If the so-called black matriarch community ain't banging with that program, there's no point in sticking around. You are not obligated to do anything for the so-called black matriarch community. She has her. She listen since 1967. The government said they was going to take over that, but in order for her to get benefits from her daddy, then she has to use you. See, that's what they're not telling you. In order for her to get benefits from her daddy government, then you have to be around. Then she has to draw from you to get benefits from them. See, that's how it works. But nobody's telling you that in the so-called American black community. In order for her to get her WIC and her food stamps and this, that, and the third, she has to draw from your. She has to take your sperm, produce a child, so she can get money from these people. But if you're not there, then she's not gonna get paid. Then it's basically she ain't got that community that relationship between her and the government is basically on thin. It's on thin ice. So she uses you to get money from them. That's how it works. But once again, nobody in your so-called black matriarch community is telling you this. Oh, the black love, blah blah, blackity black love, and all that nonsense. Bunch of nonsense. It's called black. It's called black woman toleration. They tolerate you because they're trying to draw from you, because they're trying to get paid from them people. If she can get paid from her government by using you, she's going to do this, and this is what they've been doing for how many years now? For over 50 some odd years, they've been using you to get money from them. That's what's going on in the so-called black matriarch community. But now all of a sudden, oh, we want to change. Nah, gentlemen, that's never going to change. So listen, you see what it is, you see what it isn't. The choice is up to you. You're not obligated to help these black, your black matriarch community. You're not obligated to help these women no more. You're just not. You need to go out here and be the greatest version of you. And if the so-called black matriarch community is not allowing you to do that, then you need to roll quick, fast, in a hurry. Don't look back. Be like Sodom and Gomorrah, and be like Lot, and keep it moving. Don't turn back and turn to a pillar of salt. Keep it moving. Anyways, man, you gentlemen, man, I hope you like this video, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.